Hello dear students, in this video we will be seeing how to answer the history and civics paper for the final term of 6th standard. You will get questions like this: history and civics separated questions you will get. History, 3 parts questions are there. Question number 1, you will have 10 questions having 2 marks. That means 2 into 10, 20 marks questions. Then answer the following question number 2. 5 questions you will get. That will be of 5 marks each. That is 25 marks. Then give one word. That's also 5 questions. That is also 5 marks. Now civics. Answer the following briefly. 5 questions. That is also for 5 marks. Then answer the following 5 questions again, that is for 4 marks each, then 20 marks. Then give one word or explain briefly, that is also for 1 mark each, 5 questions. Total 80 marks questions will be there. Now we'll see one by one how to answer each part of the questions. First question, answer the following questions briefly. This is for 2 marks. So let us see the example. Give the extent of Ashoka's empire. If you get a question like this and you have to remember 2 marks, then at least 2 points must be there. So here Ashoka's empire extended from Hindu Kush and the Himalayas in the north to the river Pennar in the south. So you have to be careful. First question, first point will be Hindu Kush and Himalayas. 1 mark you will get. Then river Pennar in the south. Second point, 2 marks. Now you can, if you answer like this, then you will get 2 marks. Then next, discuss Aryabhata's contributions in the field of mathematics and astronomy. Aryabhata put forward the theory that Earth rotates on its own axis and revolves around the Sun. This is the first point. Then the second point is that he understood the concept of zero. So these 2 points, if you have written these 2 points, then you are going to get 2 marks. So be very careful. You have to give at least 2 points for 2 marks. And don't write elaborately. No need to write that much explaining and all the things. You have to just write briefly. Only 2 points, you will get 2 marks. Next, answer the following. This is for 5 marks, so you have to be careful. At least 5 points must be there. See the example. The Gupta period was known as the golden age of Indian history. Justify the statement. Now point by point you have to write. At least 5 points should be there. So for each point, and most on each point should be relevant. It is not like that you can write any points. No, you have to write the relevant points. First one, because of the political stability, economic prosperity and cultural growth. This will be the point and you have to develop this point. So how will you develop this point? You have to write neatly that the term golden age in a country's history usually describes a period of political peace and stability, economic prosperity and cultural growth in spheres such as literature, art and architecture. Then you can underline the political stability, economic prosperity and cultural growth. So the first point is clear. Second point, the freed the country from Shakas. That means the Guptas freed the country from the Shaka Menans and ensured peace. This is the second point. Here you can underline freed the country from Shakas. So the third point, developments in trade. So here you will mention the sea trade and land trade. How the trade developed during the Gupta age. So you will write the merchants of this period carried on sea trade with which all countries. You have to mention the countries like Southeast Asia, China and West Asia, etc. Then you will mention the internal trade and you will mention the good network of roads, and this is evident from the large number of gold coins and the growth of many cities in the period. That means you have to write about the trade. Then next one, Dharma Shastras and renowned scholars like Kalidasa. So here you are going to discuss, or here you are going to write about the remarkable achievements that Guptas have made in the field of literature. So here you will write Kalidasa's literary compositions, etc. and temple architecture and mural paintings in Ajanta caves will be the next point. Here you are describing the architecture and art of Gupta period. Clear? Most of the beautiful cave temples at Ajanta near Aurangabad were built during this period, and you will mention about the mural paintings. Now the next point, achievements in the field of science. Mainly you will discuss about Aryabhata's concept of zero and iron pillars which is not rusted to this point, etc. And another, how does Ayurveda became a most popular medical science in that period. These were the points you are going to write about Gupta period. So you have to underline these points when you are writing about Gupta period. Like that, other questions also when you are answering, then you have to underline the main points. That will be easy for the teacher to correct also and easy for you to remember also. Next, give one word that you know that how to give the answer for this question. What are Bhuktis? You will just write the provinces under Gupta age is called Bhuktis. This is the point only I have written, but when you are writing, you have to write it in one sentence. Or this question will ask like this also, the provinces under Gupta age. Name the provinces under Gupta age. Then you can write only Bhukti. No need to write in one sentence. This much about history. Now civics. Civics also you will get answer the following briefly. Here you will get 5 questions, that is also for 1 mark each. What do you mean by constituencies? Here you remember you have to write in 1 or 2 sentences. For Panchayat elections, the area under the Panchayat is divided into smaller areas called constituencies or wards. Now who is Up Pramukh? Here also you have to write in 1 sentence or 2 sentences, then only you will get the full mark. Up Pramukh is the vice chairperson of Block Samiti. Next, answer the following. Write about the composition and functions of Nyaya Panchayat. This will be 4 marks question. Then here you can see this question has 2 parts. Write about the composition and functions of the Nyaya Panchayat. So here this will be village court. So the Nyaya Panchayat is known as village court and the members are known as Panch. The head of the Nyaya Panchayat is Sarpanch. The members are elected by Gram Sabha. This is the first part. That is the composition. So here you will get 2 marks. Then when you write the functions clearly, then you will again get 2 marks. Total 4 marks. Hears and decides minor cases, can fine and punish the guilty within certain limits to get speedy justice at very little cost. You can write at least 2 points here and 2 points here. Then 2 plus 2, 4 marks you can easily score. Now give one word. This you can get explain briefly. Alderman. 2 types of questions can come. This also for 1 mark. Give one word or explain briefly. So if you get the word alderman, then you will write some distinguished residents of the city are appointed as members of the municipal corporation. They are called aldermen. Or the question will come like this also, the presiding officer of the municipal corporation. That will be name the following or give one word. Then you will write the mayor. I hope you understood. You have to clearly understand how to answer the questions. Thank you. All the best.